We have an unfinished business. The unfinished business is actually the first 5 goals of the Sustainable Development Goals. Goal number 1 is about poverty. Goal number 2 is about hunger. Goal number 3 is about universal health coverage. Goal number 4 is about education and skills. And goal number 5 is about gender equality. So I'm here at the heart of Kenya's polity, at the heart of Kenya's decision making. May I make an appeal now to Kenya's parliamentarians? If we want Kenya to succeed, let's make sure we pass the 2/3 gender bill. It is crucial. Nation states that have progressed, be it the Asian tigers, be it the European world, they progressed because they had gender parity, women were part of the workforce, and it advanced that space. The reality is we have 1 million Kenyans going into poverty every year, only because of a health shock. So you as parliamentarians have to go for these harambes and go and give out money for heart surgery or someone's child is sick. No. Our health systems should be robust, that we do not have to bank on harambes. Our insurance structures should be so sound that nobody falls into poverty. Countries that have progressed, which achieved what is called the demographic dividend, had 2 things which they got right. If you look at Singapore, you look at South Korea, you look at China, you look at all these countries, Malaysia, what they managed to achieve was universal health coverage and education and skills for their population, and which is what allowed them to leapfrog their economy. That is what allowed them to reap a demographic dividend. That is why they're called Asian tigers. So it's very important for us to understand the primacy of ensuring good health and education for your population, because 1 million Kenyans are joining the workforce between the age group of 15 to 26 every year. Every year. But we are creating 150,000 jobs for that 1 million. And this is going to be the pattern for the next 10 years. So if we want to take advantage of that, we need job creation. And that job creation will come in the agribusiness sector. Today, the median age of a Kenyan farmer is 60. The median age of the country is 18. We need that 18-year-old on the farm. We need to equip him and her with technology and big data and innovation so that they see farming as a productive sector. Because by 2030, agribusiness in Africa will be $1 trillion worth. And it's a missed opportunity for Kenya if it cannot become the breadbasket for the rest of Africa. That's the potential of this country. And that is why I commend the president for that hope he's put there, that Kenya can actually lead the way of becoming that beacon of hope. The United Nations family is in lockstep with Kenya on this. We have the United Nations Development Assistance Framework, which is from 2018 to 2022. It is fully aligned to the President's Big Four agenda. It is fully aligned to the Vision 2030 of this country, and it has 3 particular components. One of transformative governance, the second is human capital development, and the third is about economic growth. What we want to make sure is in this journey that we are walking with you, we want to see the Big Four agenda succeed. We want to see employment happen. We want to see Kenya actually becoming a point of reference for the rest of Africa to look at in terms of its development plan. And that is the potential Kenya has. It has, the devolution has been transformative in the way Kenya is making progress. The Secretary General of the United Nations is very clear. He expects the United Nations to deliver as one. And that is what we are doing here. Today, you're seeing the entire UN family with one particular spirit, the spirit to make sure that we are with you in the Big Four agenda. Our UN Development Assistance Framework is a $2 billion framework. That is what the United Nations will mobilize in support of Kenya's Big Four agenda. That is what we are committed to, and that is what we expect the Parliament to hold us to account. But at the same time, we expect the Parliament to pass the budgets, the influence that you have in social budgeting, in budgeting for women, in budgeting for children, in budgeting for the vulnerable, in budgeting for the youth, in budgeting for advancing the Big Four agenda is crucial. So today, for us as the UN family, it is a true honor that this reflects the direction that Kenya wants to take when its own parliamentarians sees this and see this as an opportunity for the country's growth. And I commend you all. I want to thank the Parliamentary Caucus, the dedication of Ken Okoth, of my sister Esther Parasaris, the whole group that is working with them tirelessly of trying to make sure that we succeed in advancing the SDG goals. And as I said, if we succeed with the Big Four agenda, we will succeed across all the 17 goals. Finally, I would just take this opportunity, because I may not get this again in Parliament, to once again appeal for the passage of the Two-Thirds Gender Bill. Trust me, we achieve that, we will set Kenya on a direction of exponential growth. Finally, I wish the Parliament well. God bless all the parliamentarians of Kenya. God bless the President of this country, and God bless Kenya.